Hello everybody, I am the Inconsequential Runner. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video let's talk about the new colorway that has been released in the Asics Novablast 5. This is the flash red and the Edo purple. Edo purple. I don't know what that means. I should have looked it up, but obviously referring to the two colors you see there mainly in the upper. So you've got the Edo purple and the flash red. Sitting on the outsole is what I would describe as a mango sort of color, a soft mango, and you can see it also, it's the same color in the eyelets. So that is the new colorway that has just been released for the Novablast 5. I like it, but it's not how it looks in the photo. I might pop a photo on screen, but if I don't get around to doing that, know that the photo looks a lot redder than this shoe is. This shoe is, especially in the upper, is more of a sort of a pinky orangey red, very much, where the photo it looks like a much stronger red. The laces, even though it might look the same on camera, the laces are much more pinker than the pinky orangey sort of red upper. And then the outsole is definitely another sort of, again, a pinker sort of color, pinkish sort of color. Does it look good? Definitely looks good. It's a good looking shoe, but yeah, those of you that are looking for a red shoe, this is definitely not red, at least by my, by my estimations, and I wouldn't call it flash red on the box. But why did I buy this colorway? Simply because, well, it did look good on the box. I'm going to keep it, no dramas with that, but I've been enjoying the Asics Novablast 5. I've been using it, and again, this is one of the big things about this shoe. Great versatility. I've been using it from anything like I did today, which was my long, slow run, so 15 kilometers, nice and easy. And the shoe feels great all the way through the run, right to the end. Really takes care of the legs, up to tempo work. Used it for that. Now, what I have heard is that these shoes, the Novablast 5 in particular, seems to die on people around about anything from the 200 to 300 kilometer mark. What do we mean by die? That the midsole changes its feel. It's not as soft, not as bouncy, as responsive, any other words that a lot of other reviewers have used to talk about the deadening of that midsole at around about that range. Now, here's the thing. The shoes that I have been using up to now is the white version, or my white version, and these are 250 kilometers old. This is what I used today for my 15K slow, easy, long run, longish run. It's my Sunday run. Usually I look to do, 15 to 20, so a little bit shorter today. Anyway, be it as it may, these things now are 250 kilometers old. So with the arrival of the new, I'm gonna take them on back-to-back runs, or no, more to the point I'm going to split up a run. So I'll do a 2K warm-up, and then I'll do 4K in one shoe, 3 or 4K in one shoe, and 3 or 4K in the other shoe. So my legs are fresh all the way through the run, taking it easy, but seeing if there's a detectable difference between these two. And I might even, run a little bit with one shoe on one foot and the other, the newer version, on the other foot, and see if I can pick up a difference that way. But what I will be reporting back is there a comparable difference, or a noticeable or a distinct difference between one Novablast 5 that's 250 Ks old and one that is brand new? Let's talk about other elements of longevity just while I've got a 250K shoe in my hand. When you look at upper, looks absolutely perfect. There's no spots where it's worn through, especially on the inside of the cuff that rolls around your ankle there. The laces look good. There's no fraying. The upper has stuck well to the midsole, so there's no separation in that. So really it comes down to the outer, and the outer looks really good. Where I tend to scuff is just on the lateral side of the heel, and there is lots and lots of depth there. Yeah, lots of depth. You can definitely see, and it might not be coming across, but there is quite a bit of wear in here, but there's a lot to go, a lot to go. And the way that Asics, you can see this, the way that they've formed the outsole, there'll be some parts, like these ribbed parts, that will wear out a little bit faster than when it gets to the next layer down, where you'll not only have the ribbed, but you'll have the inside and outside layers of the outsole all kick in. So instead of having half, I suppose, half of the contact area, you can imagine the full squares. I could word this better, I suppose, of the contact area to still kick in. And that, what will that do? That will slow down the wearing of that outsole. So if I was to guess now in terms of kilometers, I would say it looks to me, for me, about 750 kilometers. That's a guess. We will keep an eye on this. So if you subscribe, you'll be part of the story, the comparison between the two shoes and the longevity of the Novablast 5. The Superblasts, both version 1 and version 2, I've got 1,000 kilometers out of each of those two versions. Easy, easy. So my version 1, I've retired, but there's still life in it. 1,000 kilometers, it's sitting in the back of the car, is an emergency shoe. So just in case I need it and I don't have anything with me, I know that's sitting in the back of the car, sitting with the spare tire. That's what it's there for, it's your spare. And my version 2, I've got two version 2s, so one's 200 kilometers old and the older one is getting close to that 1,000 mark. Not quite there yet, but close to it, and still happily using that. So we'll see what we get out of the Novablast 5. And that is an update on, the Novablast 5 and the new colorway. All right, let's keep tracking the shoe and see what we get out of it. If there is a big difference in the midsole after 300 kilometers, then you've got to question the value of the shoe. But if it gets through to the 750K mark and feels good that whole way, then I'd say the value proposition is right up there. Feels really good. Right, that's it. Checking out of here. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments below and I'll answer them. Otherwise, yeah, hit subscribe and you'll stay part of that journey as I give you the update on the shoes. Take care. Enjoy your next run. Remember, the great thing about running is you can invent your own form of running. Define what it means to you. Don't compare your times to others. Define what running means to you and run to that. See you in the next one. Bye.